Chapter 12. Kingdom Concept Number 9. Understanding the kingdom concept of giving to the king. The Bible is about a king, a kingdom, and his kids. Throughout this book, we've explored the reality of God as the king of a supernatural domain called heaven. Although invisible, heaven is just as real and even more enduring than the physical world we inhabit, having existed before and serving as the origin of all creation. When God created earth, he shaped it from formlessness into a place meant to be lived in, as stated in Isaiah 45:18. His original intent was to extend his heavenly kingdom to earth, bringing his divine reign into our physical world. To accomplish this, God made humans, male and female, in his own image, placing them in earthly bodies made from the very elements of earth. Humanity was meant to govern earth as his representatives, mirroring God's rule in heaven. Therefore, understanding God and his intentions involves grasping the concepts of kingship and kingdom, as these ideas originate from heaven, not earth. Adam was created to be earth's ruler. As a being made in God's image, Adam was endowed with unique attributes, including the power to think independently, make decisions, and even share in a one-on-one relationship with God. However, Adam misused his freedom, rebelled, and lost this kingdom, allowing an enemy to usurp his dominion. But God's plans remain unchanging, Romans 11:29. The human destiny was always to rule earth, and so when the time was right, God sent his Son, Jesus, to restore this lost kingdom. Jesus declared, "Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is near," Matthew 4:17, signifying the re-establishment of heaven's rule on earth. Kingship was his birthright, evident even when Pilate asked if Jesus was king of the Jews, to which he replied affirmatively, John 18:37. Even at his birth, those who recognized Jesus as king came to honor him, such as the Magi, who traveled far to worship the one born king of the Jews, Matthew 2:1-2. Jesus' arrival also illustrates God's generous nature. He first gave humans dominion over earth, and when it was lost, he sent his Son to reclaim it. The principle of giving is a core aspect of God's kingdom. God, as the supreme king, demonstrates his power and wealth through generosity. His kingdom operates on the principle that giving is a mark of true kingship, as wealth is meant to benefit others, enhancing the king's reputation and securing the loyalty and welfare of his people. In the kingdom of heaven, giving is an endless cycle. When we give to God, he responds in abundance. 7 reasons for giving to a king. 1. Following royal protocol. When visiting a king, it is customary to bring a gift. This is why the Queen of Sheba brought lavish gifts to King Solomon despite his greater wealth. In the heavenly context, this tradition mirrors God's instruction to Moses. No one should approach God empty-handed. Whenever people came before the Lord, they were to bring offerings or sacrifices. Even today, approaching God with something to offer, be it tithes, praise, or thanksgiving, is an essential principle. 2. The gift's worth reflects the king's status. Bringing a low-quality gift to a king is disrespectful, as it undervalues his position and authority. Jewish sacrificial laws required only spotless and unblemished animals as offerings, symbolizing a standard befitting the king. When David sought to make a sacrifice to God, he insisted on buying the necessary materials to honor God properly, even though they were offered to him for free. 3. The gift reflects our esteem. The nature of our offering and the spirit in which it's given show our true reverence for the king. Quality doesn't mean expensive, but rather giving the best of what we have with a sincere heart. Even more than material value, a heart dedicated to seeking God's kingdom and righteousness is of high value to him. 4. Giving as worship. The word worship comes from worth-ship, acknowledging the king's worth. True worship includes bringing a gift as an expression of reverence. Giving is a form of worship. and acts of gratitude, confession, or surrender are also valuable offerings to God, alongside any material gifts. Fifth, favor in return. Giving generously to a king attracts his favor. Just as kings appreciate those who express their love and appreciation, God too is drawn to givers. This kind of giving opens up doors to blessings, opportunities, and prosperity. When giving is selfless and without expectation, it mirrors God's generosity and earns his favor. 6. Acknowledging the king's ownership. Kings are also lords, meaning they own everything within their domain. Giving to a king is simply returning a portion of what already belongs to him. In the kingdom of heaven, God's people are stewards, not owners. The principle of tithing and first fruits, established in the Old Testament, still applies in acknowledging God's provision and ownership over all. 7. Giving as an act of thanks. Gratitude is best shown through giving. Just as thanksgiving implies giving thanks, giving with a grateful heart acknowledges God's blessings and favor. Offering thanks to God with genuine appreciation is a gift he treasures. 5 reasons to give one. Giving is a natural act for kings. As children of the king, giving should be second nature, as a reflection of God's nature. 2. When giving to the body, we give to Christ. When we give to fellow believers, we honor Christ, who lives in them through the Spirit. 3. Giving is automatic. Just as the king is naturally giving, his followers should also give freely. 4. Seeing Christ in others. The wise men brought gifts to honor the Christ they recognized. Likewise, every time we give, we honor his presence. 5. Giving begets. Giving. Giving to the king creates a reciprocal obligation, inviting a blessing in return as part of his divine principle. The ultimate gift. The most significant gift the king desires is our wholehearted love, devotion, and life. By giving our lives to him, we embrace his life in return, affirming that it is truly more blessed to give than to receive. Acts 20:25. Key principles of giving in the kingdom. 1. Giving is foundational in the kingdom of heaven. 2. God by nature is a giver. 3. A king's power is reflected in his wealth. 4. A king's wealth builds his reputation. 5. A king's honor lies in outgiving others. 6. Giving invites a response from the king. 7. Giving to a king draws his wealth toward the giver. 8. Royal protocol demands a gift when visiting a king. 9. The gift should match the king's stature. 10. A gift reveals the giver's reverence. 11th. Worship inherently involves giving. 12. Giving to a king invites his favor. 13. Giving acknowledges the king's ownership of all. 14. Giving is an expression of thanksgiving. 15. Giving prompts reciprocal giving. 16. Giving creates a royal obligation. 17. Offering our lives invites us to receive God's life in return.